What is up, Richie?
Not much. Boom. Another day, another dollar.
Oh, it's up to $1 now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Inflation.
Oh, we got a raise?
I don't know what's up with this camera, this phone, but
So, all right. So, we got some big news in the music world. Rush has actually picked a drummer and they're going to go back out on a tour. It's a female drummer from Germany. She's really good. Her name is Anika. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's Nilles, Nils or Niles or something like that. But
yeah.
if they picked her, she's good. So,
You ever watch that Drumeo on YouTube?
yes.
Yeah.
That's where they play. That's where they give the drummer the music without the drums, and then they gotta try to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen. Probably my favorite one so far is when they had Chad Smith from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He did. What was the song? Third something to Mars.
Oh, 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah, that's it. That was the song that he had to do. He did pretty good.
The Kill. I think he did The Kill.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be cool. So I'm kind of looking for. I'm kind of. It's kind of rough because I grew up with the original band, but um, kind of got to trust them, man. If they picked her, she's got to be worthy of it. So I don't know. They come around. I'm probably gonna go see them.
Yeah.
Probably gonna go see them. So
We got some people in here now. We got
Jack's
you.
driving. Wow,
Yeah.
I'm getting old. I'm getting old, man. Next freaking squeaking and Emily will be driving, and I know I'm gonna be getting old.
Yeah.
And they ain't far off, dude.
No.
They are
No,
not
time
far off.
flies. The older you get, the faster the time goes by.
They're both going on what? One's going to be 14 in March. I think one in January, one in March. I'm like, Jesus, man, crazy. But okay, but wow. You got out this week, man.
Yeah, I did. I got invited to go out on a dig for signs along the river. I found a few. There's quite a few signs there. The guy goes and digs them almost every day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool. Uh, I did get out today, so wasn't long. I was out about an hour and a half. Went to go check my spots. Um, One's almost completely cut. It's not completely cut. So I just drove around a little bit and I found what we call here green acres. It's
Yeah.
uh, it's here that's land that's donated to the county and township by the state
Yeah.
for recreation, whatever recreation, what they classify as recreation. So for us, that's fair game.
Yeah.
So I found it, and um, as soon as I stepped on the field, I said, you know what? It was really sandy soil,
Yeah.
and I said if I pull a coin out of here, it's going to be decent. It's going to look decent. What I wasn't expecting was I wound up pulling out a coin I've dug several times, probably my third or fourth one this year at least, which was a classic half cent. Um,
Yep. I've
but
only dug the only half set I've dug is the Drake bust. Is the only one I. Yeah.
yeah, I've pulled, I think about three classic largies, and I think that's about my fourth half cent, classic half cent this year. Um, but it was just you saw the pictures of it. It
Yeah.
was in amazing condition. I mean, amazing condition. And so I sent a picture of it to Eric, um, our sponsor from the Ultimate Finds Box, and he texted me back a little while later. As a matter of fact, had just left and was driving on my way home, and he texted me back, and he's like, "Dude, that's a key date." I said, "Okay, why?" And so he called me right after that, and he's like, "There was only 230,000 minted," and he goes, "You got to send that in and get graded." So I said, "You know what? I'm going to leave this just like it is. Not going to touch it. No need to touch it." And I tried calling PCSG in
Yeah.
California, but you usually don't get a hold right through to them. You leave a callback number and they call you back. And this is about like 1:30 in the afternoon, and they're like, um, "Our callback schedule is full for today." So, and this is 1:30 here, which means it's 10:30 in the morning there.
On
So
the West Coast.
yeah, so I gotta try again tomorrow. Try to get a hold of them. I think they send you like this package, and you put the coin in, and you have to fill out some paperwork and submit it with the coin. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. Screw it. I gotta go online and create an account.
Yeah.
And
Well,
what's that?
what they charge for grading?
I don't know. I have to check. I think you have to pay to be a member. I think it's like $39 for the year,
Yeah.
but that gives you unlimited grading for the year. I mean, not that digging. We find a lot of coins that are worth grading because of
Yeah.
environmental damage and
Environmental.
yeah. But this one, as you saw, I got to do it, man. I just gotta. So even the lowest grade, Eric was telling me, even the lowest grade is worth like hundreds of dollars. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Not that I,
How many dollars?
a couple hundred or something like that at its
Yeah.
lowest grade. So we'll see. I just think it would be cool, to have any coin there that you could buy coins or whatever and have them graded, you know, and
Yeah.
it's like official grade. But I think it's different. It's way different when you dig one up that's in good enough condition that you feel is worthy of being graded,
Yeah.
especially a silver. Okay, I've got plenty of silvers I could probably send in and they'll grade them. But none of them have like they're not key dates or something like that. Um,
Even silver won't have the luster of a newer coin. So
no. But they don't wear. They don't get the most of them, especially in foreign fields, don't get that same kind of environmental damage that coppers do. The coppers they get pitted, they get turned green. So they're just not in as good a condition as like, especially American silvers come out of the ground pretty good shape. Spanish silver, eh, they wear thin very easily, especially the half reals and the ones. So, it's a little harder. Hey, Beth. So we'll see how that goes, man. So it's a process. So I gotta first, get with them and yeah, we don't say that word. It's a process. Uh, I know that it's not an overnight thing. It's not a week or 2 weeks or 3 week thing. So, um, I'm not expecting it that quickly. So by the time I get this whole process started with getting this graded and um, and from start to finish, it could be a while. So it's just one of those things where you begin the process, you get that going, and then you sit there and you're freaking, like,
Yeah, you wait.
you're looking for emails, stuff like that. I still haven't gotten an email back from StreamYard though. I emailed StreamYard today um, under feedback and asked them why they want to charge me $90 a month now for something that was free for years, and that's just to have my intro music. They've lost their friggin' mind, dude. They've lost their mind. Completely lost their mind.
Yeah.
I no idea what prompted that all of a sudden. I mean, when we stopped streaming in June, we still had it. And all of a sudden, boom, it's gone. And now they want you to, dude, that's almost that's it's $1,000 a freaking year
Yeah.
for a 2.5 minute video. Are they out of their minds? They have to be out of their minds. It makes no sense whatsoever. None whatsoever. Nobody in their right mind is going to pay for that. I mean, and let me say the words right mind, because if you pay that, you're cuckoo.
There are probably some people who are making a lot of money on this. Some really big channels, but other than that,
That's still a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money to pay just for a 2.5 minute video intro before your live stream. That's ridiculous. Greedy. That's not greedy. That's just ridiculous. Greedy is okay. It was free. Now we're going to charge you guys $10 a month. That's kind of greedy. $90 a month, and that's with a 22% discount. Yeah, that's a 22% discount. So that means it would have been over $100. No, they didn't ease into it. They just bam, all of a sudden, exactly. All of a sudden, somewhere during the course of the summer, they decided, yeah, not free anymore. Yeah, you can't use that. You can't do that anymore. And then I'm sitting here saying, yeah, exactly. Just like those live streamers on TikTok, greedy. Exactly. That's why I don't do live on.
why they charge on TikTok?
What's that?
They charge on TikTok to live stream?
No. You have to have over 1,000 viewers, I think, or 1,000 followers, or something like that. But,
Oh.
um, but I see live streams on TikTok, the most ridiculous shit, dude, just to get views. The big thing was everybody was begging for money on TikTok. Every other video, oh, I'm homeless, I'm living in my car, I need $20. It was like every other video. Did they take me out to dinner before? Yeah, no. That's no. See, I need Red Lobster or something. And then the Charlie Kirk thing happened, and every other video was about that. Um, people friggin' go live and shit and do that shit on TikTok for their bowel movements. Oh, I bought this new product on buckme.com and I love it. So, oh my God, really? Come on, man. Seriously, be creative. Have some fucking content. Do something. And these fucking idiots watch it. It's crazy, but yeah, I wish, Phil. I wish, but it's getting ridiculous, man. It's getting ridiculous. I mean, I'm gonna say it's a safe bet. Somewhere's along the lines, StreamYard is gonna have to make some adjustments because there ain't nobody in their right mind gonna pay that shit. Just not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. And the things you get for that $90, who cares? I don't use them anyway. I don't use them. You could keep unlimited recordings. I don't need to keep unlimited recordings. What do I need to keep recording for?
YouTube does it, keeps it for you.
Thank you. Exactly.
Yeah.
Any one of my shows, you can go to YouTube and just scroll down from a year ago, 2 years ago, and it's there. I don't need to keep it. I pay them for it. Out of their fucking minds, dude. Out of their minds. But I am wearing the Jeep Girl hat tonight. Javier, what's up, Mr. Dave Hart? Um, saw they went to some of them went to a there was a hunt in Massachusetts
Oh yeah.
over the weekend. Um, uh, most of the stuff I saw were people finding stuff from like the seeded hunt and shit, which I'm not a big fan of seeded hunts. I don't really do them, so
No, no, I that doesn't interest me at all.
yeah, I don't do seeded hunts. If I'm at an event, it's natural and there's a seated and I'm still there. I'll do it for about 10 minutes, and then any of the silver I find, I give away on the stream anyway. So, but other than that, no. Like we have a couple hunts here that it's like it's just a seeded hunt. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm actually going to send that coin in to get graded. And they charge like $150 for a 1 day seeded hunt. No, 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 no. Yeah, right. Exactly. But you know what? It's cool. It's for people who it's their first event or haven't been to many events. I get it.
It's good for kids, I would think.
I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. That is true. Dig It Dude is where it's at. Uh, so which we are planning. It's in the stages for next fall, not this fall, next fall. Um, and rest assured, it will be the best one yet. Number 3 will be the best one yet. Mark my words. Oh, you know what else I got today? You do not want to get hit. You do not want to get hit with this, Richie. All right, so check
What's
this out.
that?
See that? You know what that is, right?
Is it a musket ball?
It is.
Yeah. But is that like a grape shot or
It's a
something?
grape
Or
shot.
yeah.
You do not want to get hit with that, dude. You do not want to get hit with that. I wouldn't want to get hit with a musket ball. No way in the world I want to get hit with this thing. Ain't no way. Dude, I could throw this at somebody and freaking probably kill.
Yeah.
I'm
Probably
serious.
knock them out. Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. Yes, Ashley, you have to make it to the next one we have. It is um we do our best to make it fun, but at the same time, make it affordable. Which for a whole weekend event, I think we do a really good job of that. Um, I think we charge 125 or 135 for the whole weekend, and that includes. I'm not a big fan of participating in seated hunts, but I enjoy hosting one. And for anybody that has been to either one of the first two Dig It Dudes, um, trust me when I tell you, you're gonna walk away from that seated hunt with all kinds of, not just silver. You can walk away with silver, coppers, um, relics, tokens for prizes. People won detectors, gold coins digging up uh, um, in our seated hunt. Matter of fact, the very first Dig It Dude, Joel. You know Joel, right? Drum and
Yeah.
Detect.
Drum and
Actually,
detect. Yeah.
actually, in that seated hunt, won your gold coin you donated.
Yeah. Speaking of gold, it's almost 4 grand an ounce.
I know, like 3,800.
Oh, it was like 39 something today.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I did what? Hey, Dave, I left there with syrup too. So as a winner, even though I was one of the hosts of the event, I still walked away with syrup. I feel like I won something and I didn't even dig. no doubt. As my wife was very happy about that as well. So even now, we ran out of the syrup from the last one. Um, so I wound up ordering a half a gallon from a couple like 2 3 months ago. Dan,
Yep.
I need more syrup. What do you want, a quart? No, 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 no. Quart's not going to do it. Half gallon? Yeah, we do a half gallon, bro. And I kept the other little bottles, so I just refilled them and put them in the fridge.
Yeah.
But yeah, last one was really good, man. I we it was a nice location. Um, there were some great finds found: coppers, kgs, reals. Uh, Alan found a really, really, really cool buckle right by the old house. I believe it was a buckle. Yeah, it was a buckle. Um, and the meet and greet was awesome. You know, we had good weather. We had that big slide for everybody, which I think the adults enjoyed more than the kids did, especially Shelly.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
bet.
yeah, neck stock buckle. I remember that. Um, and some people that have never found a KG or a copper, have found stuff. Uh, one kid found one real, first real he ever got. So that's good stuff, man. I like seeing that. You know, um, Beth and her family were there. Um, they were big winners, big winners in that one. I think they won prizes. I think they won 50-50. So they came out of there pretty good. It was awesome, man. We gave away, I don't know how many machines we gave away. That we raffled off. Uh, Silver like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, it was something, man. The first one to me is always going to be the best one because it was the first one,
Yeah.
and uh, the location was pretty good. Um, and we had everybody was at that one, man. We had uh, Alan was at that one. Um, the Bortners were at that one. Um, Paul and Belinda were at that one. So to me, that one's always going to be that's going to be my favorite. Um, but yes, Joe, you're right. And the food trucks were, Fatty's Fat Snacks food truck is awesome. This year we had two food trucks, I think. Yeah, we had two, which was cool. Give people some options. Um, and all of that, none of that's going to change. We're always going to look to improve things and make things better, and make people's experience better. And every time we hold one of these, there's always a handful of people that she met Joe in the food truck line, but there's always going to be a handful of people or more that it's their first event, it's their first time, and they're meeting some of these people, for the first time. Yeah, it should be in the same general area. Um, so that's important, man. It's important that people starting out in this hobby are fairly new to the hobby. They go to an event like this, that they leave there, like, I want to do this again. You know, I do
Yeah.
this, because I mean, personally, I've been to hunts where I left there and like a bunch of us looked at each other and went, nah, I wouldn't do this one again. Wouldn't do this one again. And we don't want people to be like that. We don't want people to get that impression or have that kind of feeling when they leave. And I'm also blessed, to have three other people that are amazing: Shelly, Dawn, and Audra. So um, our we have a common goal, and that's to make it awesome for everybody else. And we put a lot of time and we put a lot of work and a lot of effort into it. So I promise you, the next one will blow your mind. Blow your mind.
Yeah.
All right. So Richie,
Yeah.
what you got for me, man?
What you got? We were gonna do like a Mount Rushmore of our favorite
Bass players, right?
musicians.
I thought you said bass
Well,
players last week.
we can do bass players this week. We'll do a different segment every week. Now
Well, no,
we could
I don't know if we'll do it every week, but at least once or
well
twice.
yeah, yeah. We could do
What's up,
this
baby?
right. I had a hard time getting down to four on
Oh
this.
no, I did not.
Yeah.
I did not. I could have given you 10 or 15 but I got it down to about, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You got to get it down to four,
I got it down to about 6.
and this is not in
Actually,
any this isn't in any particular order. But
all right, go ahead.
Steve Harris, Iron Maiden.
All right, so I'm going to see if any of yours and mine match. Go ahead. You said who?
Steve Harris, Iron Maiden.
Gotcha. Nope, that's not one of mine.
Justin Chancellor, Tool.
Nope. All good, but no.
Geddy Lee.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And this last one, I'm still debating it right now. And I'm going to go with Flea over Geezer Butler.
You're such an Audra. That's one of Audra's favorites is Flea. That and I
Yeah.
think Michael Mills. All right.
I'll give honorable mention to Geezer, to Dave Ellefson from Megadeth and Eddie Jackson from Queensryche.
Okay. All right.
Honorable
Ready?
mention.
You
Yeah.
ready for mine?
Yeah.
Not in any specific order. John Entwistle from The Who.
Okay. Yeah.
Les Claypool.
Yeah. I couldn't go with Les because I only know like one or two songs that he plays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lemmy Kilmister.
Yeah. I had a thought of him, but
Can't leave him off.
Motorhead.
Geddy Lee.
Yeah. Rush.
I got to go Cliff Burton. Metallica.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're going to go Geddy Lee, you got to go with Geddy Lee's idol, Chris Squire from Yes.
From what group?
Yes.
Okay.
I did not leave Geezer Butler from Black Sabbath off the list. He's on the list.
Yeah.
So and now these are if I was starting a band, I would start a band with any of these. But my favorite bass player is Audra Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
And if I didn't say that, I'd probably get a text message as soon as she sees this. She's probably sleeping right now. But that is my favorite bass player.
Yeah.
But if I had to start a band, any of those other six, not a problem.
Yeah.
Not a problem whatsoever. At all. So, and I could have probably named a bunch more, man.
Yeah, me too.
I could have named a bunch more, but these are people I grew up listening to. There's some that are, more modern that are okay, but I'm not a big fan of the newer music. Hey, Mark, what's up? Not a big
I could
fan.
have done
What's that?
could have done any of them. I got all my lists together, so whenever we get to whatever's next.
I mean, there was so many more I threw on there, but I went with the half a dozen that I grew up with, that were my favorites, growing up. And as far as metal, you got to have Motorhead and Lemmy Kilmister in there. You got to have Cliff Burton in there. As
We
far
got to
as
vote. We got to vote for Gene Simmons in the chat.
uh,
Gene
I,
Simmons as an entertainer, yes.
yeah, I'm a huge Kiss fan, but I don't know if I put him as like. Uh, if you take away the theatrics and the makeup, I don't think I would start a band around him.
Yeah.
But any of these other
I,
bands I mentioned, you can start a band around them, a good band.
I think a lot of the later Kiss albums too, that Gene didn't do a whole lot of bass work on the albums. Somebody else did a
Uh,
lot of the
it doesn't keep me from being
recordings.
a big Kiss fan, but
Yeah.
um, he did not make my list. If you tell me my favorite bands, yes, Kiss would make my list. But bass players, Gene would not make my list. Drummers, Peter Chris might make my list. You know,
Yeah,
he's
I
kind
gave
of
him some thought.
he's a little bit like Ringo to me. Neither one of them were super fancy, um, but they played what the songs needed, what the songs
Yeah.
dictate.
Oh, what was impressive with Peter Chris is when he sang Black Diamond.
Oh, he sang a bunch of songs. You know, Black Diamond, Beth, Hard Luck.
When he the drum parts for Black Diamond and singing it at the same time, that was pretty
That's just,
good.
that's just an acquired kind of practice and muscle memory. As far as playing what you have to play. Phil Collins was great at it. Um, that's another one that would be on my list. Phil Collins is really, really known for singing, but Phil Collins was a hell of a drummer.
Yeah,
And he's even said in interviews now that he considers himself a drummer before he considers himself a singer.
yeah.
I agree with him.
We can when we get into the drummers, we can
Drummers, I could
talk.
go.
We can tussle about other ones.
It
Yeah,
would take more than one stream for me to go on with drummers. There's so many of them,
yeah,
just so many from different eras too. I mean, going all the way back to 30s and 40s and 50s to now. But I am a little surprised. What surprised me is that when Rush decided they were going to go back out and tour and they picked a drummer, I think me and a lot of people really, really thought it was going to wind up being Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater,
yeah,
um, because of the link that him and Neil Peart had. They had become friends, and um, Neil was really good to Mike's kid Max, um, and they communicated a lot. In his last years. So that did surprise me a little bit that it wasn't, but and who knows? They may have gone to him first, but he's just gotten back within this last year, I think, of being back in Dream Theater. Um, so it's possible he said, I'd love to, but I just got back into this band and don't want to make waves or something like that. Who knows?
I don't think I've ever heard a Dream Theater song.
Oh yeah, they're really good.
Yeah,
It kind of reminds you of Tool a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah, with the odd time signatures and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely reminds me of Danny Carey a little bit
yeah.
as a drummer. And both of them, were huge Neil Peart fans. So what's the old saying about Neil Peart? He's your favorite drummer's favorite drummer. Very true. Very, very true.
Now, what do you think um, of the song by Led Zeppelin? It's a drum solo called Moby Dick.
Oh, Moby Dick.
Yeah,
Um, I
I
mean,
think it sounds like a hot mess. I think I can't sit and listen to it.
see, a lot of people try to compare like John Bonham to say like Neil Peart, um, Keith Moon, um, and I am a little biased because I'm a huge Rush fan. But if you said to me, top three rock drummers of all time were Neil Peart, John Bonham, and Keith Moon. 1 and 2, I can't argue.
Yeah.
I can't argue with you. If you just said John Bonham, then Neil Peart, I can't argue it.
Yeah.
But they're two different styles. So I don't really say one is better than the other. One was more of a technical drummer, and the other one, he just had a whole different style. Both good. A lot of people say, Keith Moon. I could pop off 5 drummers off the top of my head that I think, in my opinion, were better than Keith Moon. Just my opinion. And that would, I could, Carl Palmer, I think was incredible.
What band's he from?
Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Oh, okay.
Carl Palmer. Let's see. Maybe Ginger Baker from Cream and Mountain.
Well, since you're doing drums, I might as well just get out my drum list and do that right now.
Go ahead.
All right.
I'm gonna have to. It better be good too. You're in my territory now.
All right. We're going to have a controversy. I can see that, but not with the first one. Danny Carey.
Can't argue.
Neil Peart.
I'll never argue that one. See you there.
Jimmy Sullivan. Do you know that one?
It is. Mm-hmm.
Jimmy the Rev. And then Travis Barker.
I wouldn't put him. I wouldn't even put him in the top 10.
Well, it's a whole different genre of music.
True.
Really, compared to, yeah.
Neil Peart. Bonham.
I've got an honorable mention. We'll go Alex Van Halen and Lars Ulrich. drummers hate Lars.
No. I can't go with that one.
Yeah.
I can't go with that one. All right, so you got
why do so many people ripped on Lars?
He's just very basic, and the way he tunes his tom toms and everything, it goes well with their songs and their music. I personally don't think he's that skillful. I just don't. So if you get away from the obvious, first and foremost, for me, best drummer of all time is Buddy Rich.
Yeah.
First. He's first on any list. Doesn't matter what list you give me. He's first on my list. The obvious, Bonzo, Neil Peart, Carl Palmer, Ginger Baker. But I have some also that a lot of people don't know. You may, if I mention a song or two, you might go, oh, I know that song. One is Steve Gadd. I don't know if you know who Steve
I've heard that name.
He's played with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
He's never really stayed in a band per se, in a band environment. But do you know the song by Simon and Garfunkel, Late in the Evening?
Probably, if I've heard it, I might know it.
You have. Next time you hear that song, he was the drummer on that song. Guy who played for Phil Collins and also with Genesis a little bit. I can't remember his last name. His first name's Chester. Black guy, really good.
What about the guy from Journey?
Nah.
He's coveted.
Nah, not on my list, man.
Yeah.
Not on my list.
I'll I'll tell you why I put Alex Van Halen on my honorable mention. He's the one drummer when I hear him, I
You know who
know
it
it's
is.
him. Yeah,
Yeah, but before you hear the drummer, you hear the guitar. So you already know who it is.
yeah, but his drumming does stick out.
It
He
it,
he
it,
does
it
have his
does.
he does have his own sound.
He does, and it does. But
Yeah,
but before you hear him play the drums, you heard Eddie Van Halen play the guitar,
yeah,
and his guitar had its own, excuse me, unique sound. You
yeah,
know, he didn't use pedals or distortion or anything. It's just him and an amp. That's it. So it had its own kind of distinct sound. So you already knew. You kind of knew already. But
yeah.
um, Gene Krupa, I was a big Gene Krupa fan. You have to go back, way back. Um, who else?
What about the one-armed drummer for Def Leppard, Alan?
um, he wouldn't make my list, um, but he makes my list as far as uh, seeing his Phil Rudd's. Yeah, he's good for Phil Rudd. But as far as I mean, most bands would have broke up if something so tragic like that would have happened,
Yeah,
and most drummers wouldn't have figured out a way to come back. So I give him credit for that. You got to give him
yeah.
credit. Would he be on my list? No, no.
What kind of now? What do you think of his drumming before he lost his arm? I thought he was a decent drummer.
Decent is the key
Yeah,
word.
yeah,
Decent doesn't make lists. There's nothing. There's nothing that stands out or separates him from
yeah,
other decent. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Um, the good ones, the great ones, they find a way to stick out. You know, and I'll go more modern. Um, um, Danny Carey, Mike Portnoy, Dave Grohl with Nirvana,
yeah.
um, stuck out. Um, so, like I said, decent doesn't get you on lists. Good doesn't get you on lists. You got to separate yourself in one way or another. And to me, the ones I mentioned, in some way or shape or form, separated themselves from everybody else. Just you know, you take a look at some of these, like a Neil Peart or a Bonham or any of those guys. They didn't play for an hour and a half. These guys played all out for 2 and 3 hours straight. And, and that's extremely physically demanding night after night after night after night. And a lot of people don't, Neil Peart, when he did a drum solo, he didn't do a 3 minute drum solo. His drum solos were 8, 9 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Bonzo, who was a different style drummer, his drum solos were half the amount of time, but he played with much more power, very physically demanding. And no wonder why he drank so much. so, um, so yeah, I
About
mean, you got to take all that into consideration.
about Nico
Wrong.
McBrain.
Nico who?
McBrain, is it?
Mm, I don't know that one.
Iron Maiden.
Eh. And with these metal bands, a lot of these metal bands, to me, most of the drummers don't stick out. And the thing is, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like Lars, I don't consider Lars Ulrich to be a great drummer, but he does what the song requires.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't see solos. You don't really see a lot of fills with him. He does what the song and what the sound requires. So I mean, for some drummers, that's enough. Ringo Starr, he didn't do a lot of that stuff. He played what the song required him to play. Um, it was simple, but it worked. It worked well, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
I would consider him to be the best
Uh,
musician in the Beatles, easily. Just my opinion, though.
yeah.
Just my opinion. But let's not go too deep into that, or you'll, that'll that's for another show, another time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
We
stuff.
still got singers and we still got guitarists
Oh yeah,
for another day.
you can go on and on. You can go on and on and on and on with that one too.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and then we'll eventually get to the singers, the lead singers, and
Yeah.
that's where we're probably going to disagree a lot.
Yeah. I mean, that singers, a lot of it has to do with your particular taste in
That's
music.
it. That's it. But
Yeah.
let's see, 7:50. We'll call it a night. Appreciate everybody that showed up. Everybody have a great night. Get out and find something good, as Phil would say. Go find a bucket of.
Everyone who sat there and watched me shake for the last hour or so, I'll let you know my meds finally kicked in.
Okay, that's awesome. He finally calmed down
Yeah.
after I disagreed with his.
No, no. Oh no, I fully expected that.
Yeah, you had to. But everybody have a great week, and we'll see you guys next week. And go find something good, man.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you guys next week.
Good night, everyone.